Welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you. Unprecedented tensions between Ethiopian Orthodox Church and the government led by PM Abiy. Just a few minutes ago, the Holy Synod held a press briefing. Abune Petros addressed, he replied, he answered PM Abiy's claims which he made last night in a press talk. The church is going to protest against the government. It is going to call for peaceful protest against the government. The two are on collision course. It's very clear there could be bloodshed in Ethiopia. What did the Holy Synod say? How did the Synod answer PM Abiy's claims one by one? Abune Petros addressed PM Abiy's claims. We'll have a detailed look at Abune Petros's press briefing. Then Abune Sarios led other faction also spoke after the presser by Abune Petros. What is the other side saying? Oromo breakaway faction wants Abune Matthias, the patriarch, to take action. We know what happened last night. PM Abiy spoke. He did a detailed video this morning that PM Abiy said that he done favors for the Orthodox Church in the last 4 years, that he united the church. He allocated 1 million square meters land to the church. He renovated Lalibela, and that the issue should be resolved peacefully through dialogue, and Oromos have right to worship in their own language. He asked the church to talk to the other side. The two sides, they should talk. And he asked his ministers to be neutral. They shouldn't interfere. And he mentioned Tigray, that Tigray announced a split, but there was no such issue when Tigray announced a split, but now everyone is raising the issue. So, what is the Holy Synod saying? What is church's position? Firstly, the church said that the government is treating a legal Orthodox Church of Ethiopia and an illegal group equally. The two are not equal. Holy Synod, Orthodox Church, led by Abune Matthias, is a legal entity. The other side is a self-declared entity which titles of the archbishops have been revoked. It's an illegal group. Government cannot treat the two as equal. Government cannot tell the church to talk to them or that the two should sit at the table, because the two are not equal. One is illegal and the other one is legal, led by the patriarch. Secondly, land. That land was allotted to the Orthodox Church, 1 million square meters by the government. And that to other religions, only 300,000 square meters of land were allotted. The Holy Synod says that Orthodox believers are more in number, greater in number than other religions and sects. And firstly, the land was already being controlled by the Orthodox Church. There were churches built there for decades and centuries. It's not that new land has been given to the church. Thirdly, Lalibela. PM Abiy said that he renovated Lalibela. Church says that Lalibela is a tourist site. It's a UNESCO heritage site too. And it's a tourist site, perhaps one of the most visited in Africa. It's the responsibility of the government. Government develops tourist sites. Is it a service to the church? Fourthly, Afan Oromo language. PM Abiy yesterday said that Oromos, if the other side was calling for exercising of right to use language in its own region, native language, it should be respected. The church says that church services are already being performed in local languages. Language is never an issue. Books, church books are translated in all languages. And fathers are trained too. So it was never an issue. It is not an issue. In regions, local languages are used for church services. Tigray. PM Abiy said that there was no issue when Tigray now split. But now when in Oromia people are raising questions, a controversy is emerging. Church says that Tigray and Oromia cases cannot be compared. In Tigray, people were calling for secession, they were calling for independence, no synod was formed, no patriarch was elected. There was frustration, people were angry, that is why they announced sort of split. Still, they did not form a synod, they did not elect patriarch, but here the three archbishops, they have made appointments, they have made a sort of synod. So the two cannot be compared. Then the issue of being neutral, that government said that it had told ministers, PM Abiy said he had told ministers that they should not intervene in this conflict. Church says it's government's responsibility to protect a legal entity. Churches should be protected by the government. And the statement of Abune Petros, in the statement, the Synod clearly accuses the regional government, federal government, that they are backing the new faction within the church, which is taking control of churches in Oromia. Areas are mentioned: West Valaga, East Valaga, Kalam Valaga, Horogodoro, that in these regions, by force, people are entering and they're being protected by regional forces. They are taking over churches. So government is supporting the splinter faction. Government should respect church law. Church law, church is announced through Holy Synod. The other group is illegal. What they're doing is illegal. So government is protecting an illegal group. Government is intervening in their support. Rather, government should support the legal group, which is led by Abune Matthias and the Holy Synod. And then the church says that the issue of uniting the church was also misquoted by the Prime Minister. That Prime Minister brought back a patriarch from abroad, and that bishops in the US, the church accepted them as bishops. The Holy Synod says that the church approved whatever happened, especially when the bishops appointed in the US, when they were legalized. But here church is saying that the other group is illegal, and government is insisting that the two are equal. The statement mentions that fathers, priests are being prohibited from flying to some places. I think they are referring to perhaps Jimma incident, when Abune Matthias, the patriarch, was due to inaugurate a church there, but Abune Stephanos was arrested there, and some Orthodox Church leaders were not allowed to travel to Jimma. That is what the Synod is mentioning, I think. Overall, we can sum up, viewers, that the two are on a collision course. Today, the church clearly accused regional government of Oromia and federal government of PM Abiy that they are supporting the splinter faction, that they are not protecting Orthodox Church. And in the end, the Holy Synod has threatened to protest, that it will call a peaceful demonstration. What will happen if a demonstration is called by the Patriarch? Especially in Addis Ababa, where there are 75% of Addis Ababans are Orthodox Christians. And if the church decides to call for a demonstration, what will government do? Will it make arrests? Will it arrest top leaders of the church? Will it prevent this protest? Several questions. Coming days very crucial. The two sides are face to face, confronting each other. PM Abiy's last night's talk was completely rejected by the Holy Synod today. Government is controversial, partial, according to the Synod. And if the faction led by Abune Matthias, which says that it's a legal entity and the one representing the church, if it calls for demonstration, what will happen if the other side did the same too? In Oromia, Abune Sarios faction could also announce a similar demonstration. That is why I'm saying they are on a collision course, face to face. Who will blink first is the question now. What will the government do? PM Abiy, I think he's in Somalia, though it was a one-day visit. He is attending a summit there, Somalia frontline states there, Ruto there, Hassan Sheikh and Ismail Umar. But rapidly escalating situation in Ethiopia. PM Abiy will have to make some decisions. He might form a committee to engage the church. He did try to intervene when a few days ago he sent Minister of Defense Abraham Ballet to the Holy Synod, but the Synod did not change its position and Abraham Ballet returned empty-handed and the Synod asked him not to return. So what is going to happen now? Will the government try to explore diplomatic avenues by forming a committee, or will it try to start some backdoor channels to talk to the church? Will it try to stop the Munisarios-led group from taking over churches? Several questions, viewers. We'll try to keep you updated about this rapidly evolving situation in Ethiopia. It's a serious crisis. It's a serious crisis, viewers. If Patriarch calls a demonstration, there could be millions. And if in Oromia, the other side calls for them, there could be tens of thousands as well. So we could see a clash. What will government do? How will government tackle this crisis? Church is not showing any sign of flexibility. It wants government to take action against Abune Sarios-led faction. Meanwhile, after this presser by Abune Petros, the Secretary of Holy Synod, Abune Sarios-led splinter faction issued a statement. It asked Abune Matthias, the Patriarch, to take action against the Synod. It said the Synod was fueling conflict. And if the Patriarch did not take action against the Synod, then Abune Sarios-led faction would be forced to make new decisions. Don't know which decisions will the Abune Sarios-led faction is going to make, but alarming developments, viewers. And in the previous video, I shared with you a new story about Abune Ermias, who is well respected bishop in Ethiopia, he was saying that people should be ready. They should lay down their lives. You see, emotions are running high on both sides. Government has failed to be neutral. From day one, I've been saying that government's role is suspicious, and that is now it is being confirmed. It seems government is obviously supporting the Oromo faction in Oromia, because they are those who are opposing the Oromo faction, they are being arrested. Oromos are citing centuries-old grievances that they faced repression, that Orthodox Church did not give them their due rights. It's time for them to exercise their right. Overall, it's an alarming situation for Ethiopia. We'll try to keep you updated, viewers. It's a development which must be regularly monitored on hourly basis. Things are happening. Let's see what the government does. Now, the church has given a chance to the government. It has not announced a date of demonstration. It is only saying that it will protest. No date announced. It means that it is giving an opportunity to the government to talk to the church to take action against the splinter faction. Opportunity there. Will the government seize the opportunity and try to resolve the issue? Or is there going to be demonstration called by the patriarch? And demonstration could be there in Oromia as well. Thank you for watching.